This is gonna be so weird. This is gonna be so weird. You know what? I don't know. We'll see. Because I have to have the overlay. God, I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know. Sorry, yeah, no, so I'm gonna have to have the overlay, and then it's gonna just randomly cut to the end thing, and this is gonna be a whole deal. It's gonna be a whole ordeal. No, I've become afraid. Oh no. It's not as if this ogre is going to go down in one shot. Oh, it did. Oh no. So scary. So as a recap, because I haven't done a recap. Let's see. And I mean, it'll be testing my knowledge as well, because honestly, I don't think I remember this playthrough that well, or this Let's Play that well. I know the first 100 weeks were me grinding out every job. So, you know, you start with a job or a class. You start with a job, you rank up, you get paid, you get skill, you get a wage for each, you get a wage for your class, and it'll be, or your job, and it'll be, depending on how high level you are in that job, you can be level 1 to 6. You'll get more money, and if you master it, if you change jobs, you will get another pay, and also you will get stats based on whatever your active job is, and any job that you have mastered. So, strategy, if it's going to be a super long play, or theoretically, potentially what you could do is master as many jobs as possible. And you can master all of the jobs at the lowest level possible, and then get the Darkling, which is the last place sort of, hey, you're in last place. Why don't you just go and fuck stuff up? It'll be great kind of class. And that's what I did. Week 100, I think, was... I don't know if it was the first time I was Darkling, but it might have been the first time I was Darkling. And basically, I didn't really care too much. I didn't really care too much about what position I was. I know that basically I got Darkling, and then I went around doing some other stuff, and eventually I got caught up on trying to get... Oh, good lord. Sorry, I got caught up on trying to get a cowboy hat from the casino. The notorious cowboy hat arc, which was way longer than it should have been, than it had any right to be. Yeah, what else? Here's the thing, though. I don't know exactly. So, in my mind, I think what happened next, I got the cowboy hat, I did a few other things, and for some reason, there was some reason where I got the cowboy hat, but I don't know. There was something weird going on with it, but I digress. At some point I got... Oh, I rolled a 0. Spun a 0. Holy shit. It doesn't happen too often. At some point, I went on a bit of a Darkling rampage, and I managed to get 5 of the 7 castles. which are the most expensive assets you can get. However, they can be worthless depending on. So the thing, okay, so the objective of Dokapon is to have the most value. Okay. Okay. You unless you're talking about battle mode, which has some special rules, but this is normal mode, not story mode. Not story mode, not battle mode. So yeah. Which is basically story mode just has some objectives and does and you get some bonuses. Normal mode, you know, you just go around, you kick monsters out of towns, you collect the towns, you upgrade the towns, and then eventually somebody will be awarded a castle, depending on, you know, in normal mode it's kind of just random. I can't remember exactly. I think it's just if you like defeat a big monster, a certain amount of big monsters, it's a random thing that can happen, and then the Darkling can take it. In story mode, if you complete the story objectives, you get the castles, and the castle is worth twice as much as the most expensive village or the most expensive town on that same continent. There are 7 continents. But if all of the towns are taken, then it will be 0. Other than that, I don't know exactly when it happened, but at some point I did get the maximum amount of money you can have, which is actually an important thing to know. So with the jobs, if you have, you know, people who have, you know, if everybody has the maximum amount of money at the end of the game, which is 1 shy of 9 billion, I believe, then yeah, then the only thing that will actually change, will determine who wins, is your job salary, because it will be added at the end. So if you have every job and nobody else does, then sure, why not? If you have maximum amount of money, and all of the jobs mastered and nobody else does, then you automatically win. I do not honest to God know what happens if you tie. I don't know if anybody's actually tried that. And I can't, because the AI is stupid and they did not go for every job, and they're not going to go for every job unless something changes within like the last, 200 weeks, but I don't see that happening. Oh, and I'm sorry. So the Darkling thing happened, like, I think before week 300. I can't remember exactly when, but I want to say somebody found out. I think the maximum amount of money is like the week that I hit the maximum amount of money was somewhere in the 400s, like the mid 400s, I think. I don't know if I ever actually dipped down. Strangely enough, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I did. And you get that from like also investing in your castles and then giving the local items to the king. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but theoretically I could gift like my local items in the other characters' names, and that will benefit them. But there's a lot of specialities about, or there's a lot of peculiarities about that system that I do not know. So yeah. On to the next one.